Это Оутер Ворлдс. Что, стримчанский, так стримчанский. Сразу проверим, как оно идет. Ага, все, я в эфире. Ага, отлично. Ну что, продолжим. Дневной стримчик. Значит, ну мы тут ищем. Куда не шли? Ага, вон выход. Вода чистая, пречистая. На засове. Упс, я случайно. Магнитки. Просто второе. Так, терминал. Полицейская броня. Брысь. Что-то за звуки. Обезьяна какая-то. Так, том 2 я вижу, интересно, том 3. Оу. Вон оно что. Так. Так. Так, значит, что у нас по снаряжению, по заданию. Все 3 части руководства. Так, Томас рассказал, что по меньшей мере один том в трилогии хранится в местном общественном центре, а другой раньше был в Оутере. Сначала награда за любой из 3 томов, так что нет. Все 3. То есть, а 3-й где находится, неизвестно пока что. Блин, ну не хватает режима от 3-го лица. Как бы со стороны посмотри, как бегаешь.
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Так, короче, он мне не может подсказать, где третий том. Короче, я так и не получил. Я думал, сейчас закончу это задание и получу 5-й уровень. Ну, либо пока приближусь к нему. Вот прям, вот вылитые поселенцы из Fallout 4. Просто сидят, о, вот, все, пипец. Какие у меня еще задания есть? Так, задание напарника. Найдите все 3 части руководства. Напуганный инженер. Так. Так, поехали.
Here they come!
Huh?
Гори нахрен. Терминал. Ладно. А, лучше дверь. Вот только что письмо дошло. Корпорация переводит меня в Оутер на консервный завод прямо сейчас. Очень жаль. Мне хотелось завести собственный магазин подарков в общественном центре, продавать всякие древние штуки. Написание гласит, что ничто не случается без причины. Работа укрепляет дух, все такое. Что касается коррекции книг, с ней расстаться особенно трудно. Не хочу, чтобы книги хранили поэтому спрячу их в пещере у реки. В пещере у реки. Пускай гнев в пещере у реки. Зашибись, магнит, давай сюда. Ожерелье. Так, вы несете слишком много предметов, дом перегружено. Вы не можете бегать с быстрым путешествием, когда перегружено. Передайте. Разберите предметы, смотрите, что там уменьшите вес. Ага. Да я-то думал, когда же этот момент наступит. Так. Снаряжение. 91%. Ну, еще более-менее. Урон 42. Аурики, аурики, аурики. Блин, их нельзя разминировать. Так. Достиг нового уровня. О, наконец-то. Общение. Вот, убеждение на. По идее, убеждение. А чё я не могу их прокачать? А, это вот так качается. Ага. Общение. Вот этот уровень качаем. Угу. Так, применить. Способности. Того. Угу. Опять был. Базовое повторение. Угу. А что я не могу его прокачать? А, у меня нету еще способности, понял. Ладно.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
А, стоп. Я еще вход.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cannery hums, streetlights and faces glow. I suppose this means the two of you were able to sort out the matter? The greater good can be difficult to determine.
Так,
None of us can know the effects of our... Take comfort in the fact that your choices are...
Да мне другой вопрос. Так, оказывается, последняя дом выкапывает добавить почву. Вот твоя книга.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Издевайтесь, законов побери. Вообще все сильно много куча. Так, план. Следовать плану, хотя сам противился. Ты хотел накратить другое... Или эта книга самая... Ну, почитать. Сильно реагирует.
Overreacting? Do you have any... I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies them. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned... Bakunin, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the philosophist school of thought. So
Ой, что-то какая-то глюмотня. Ну ладно. Викарий в поисках запрещенных книг неплохой пример для подражания. Как всегда, большинство было.
Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insight. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worst idea to share my thoughts with a superior.
Ладно.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Ага. Это может быть выгодно нам обоим.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you... I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun... Oh, I'm fair...
Это еще ты в деле.
Fantastic. Let me get my thing...
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to...
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change. I shall see you on the ship, Captain. Whenever you...
Отлично, у меня новый чувак есть. Быстренько ко мне такие... Ты какая-то бомжиха неизвестная. Блин, бомжиха. Бля, с космическим кораблем. Ни хрена не бомжиха тогда. Вы совсем охерели? У меня космический корабль есть, блядь. Не у каждого президента в этом мире есть космический корабль, а у меня есть космический корабль. Хо-хо-хо. Так, главное, рабочие бегут. Так, убедить, дезертировать не обязательно, убить Рида из Оутер. Так, Рид, мы к тебе идем. Сейчас попробуем убеждение использовать. Давай, вперед!
You might not care for my leadership, but I appreciate...
О!
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Делают особое удобрение.
And when you say special fertilizer...
Трупы.
Adelaide has been using dead bodies in her fertilizer? That's... Come to think of it, that's a stroke of brilliance. What a remarkably efficient solution. Recycling Spacer's Choice property long after its date of expiration. I was wondering about those missing bodies in Silas's cemetery. You're right. I am being obstinate. If the best thing I can do for this town is to stand down, then stand down I shall. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
Мне интересно, действительно, что ты планируешь дальше делать?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
Вам должно быть.
I have always tried to do right by my town.
Всего хорошего. Ну-ка. Мне вот любопытно. Я не хочу усложнений сделать.
I already told you I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague.
Ну да. Вот я боялся, что он сейчас возьмет и передумает. Так легко они поддаются этим внушениям. А что, так можно было, что ли, да? Какая сказка. Сейчас опять змея, да, типа?
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Блин, вот редко мне так вежливо было. А это, блядь, мне там сходу, блядь, с порога.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater.
Эджвотер все-таки не близко.
Considerable burden to carry.
Отлично. А, подожди. А, регулятор.
Adelaide's okay.
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now.
Так, сейчас еще Зои, да, надо этот. Видите, безнадежное побочное задание. Напуганный. Так. Вот сейчас мы вроде как можем и Зою. В игру вот это вот буквально один уровень тормозило, вот это вот выполнение всей этой хероборы.
Ever consider the marauder life? It's pretty sweet. I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring.
О, да. Вот тут говорю, вот буквально вот эти вот пару диалогов, они мне всю игру тормозили. Пришлось из-за чего бегать, вот эти вот книжки собирать. Ой.
I know, I'm trying to think. I'm not in the lightest of humors, right? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know.
Ты поняла, она хотела быть незаконной.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could. Let me know if I can do something for you. Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was still running the place. Something must. If Adelaide's going back to Edgewater.
your wits about you, friend.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us. With Reed gone, we're gonna need her leadership.
Так, ну вы типа все вернетесь в город. Молодцы. Аллилуйя! Всем и все счастливы, понимаете? Так, 25 метров. Навыки. Навыки, навыки, хуявыки. Так, что мне прокачать? Уклонение. Незаметность, лидерство. Так, ну блок у меня очень высокий. Так, ну, типа это максимально прокачали, да? Ближний бой. Общение. Давайте общение прокачаем. Много пиздить приходится, ладно. Принять способности. Так, я хотел бы крепкий орешек прокачать, да? Применить. Так, дневник. Это завершенное. Интересно, а где книгу найти? Напуганный инженер. Хм. А, тут путешествие можно в 3 точки делать, не во все. Важное место. Торгует. Одного торговца я нашел. О, курица. Крася. Крася курица, да. Куриные перья. Вот нахера тебе перья куриные? Мясо не лучше было бы взять. А, это украсть. Украсть не будем. А, ну я уже был. Ладно. Я и так сильно задержался. Даже читать не хочу. Слушай, а тебе надо этот ствол, наверное, дать. Какой-нибудь. О. Это на не умеет это, блин. Как же. А, вот она, порвать. Вот так вот загоняешь штурмовой винтовкой. На тебе обратно твой молоток. Так, броня. Ух ты, ёлки-палки, броня сильная. Снаряжение, так вот, снаряжение. Броня. Это броня. Так получается 13, 9, 17. Броня 9. 7. Вот дизайн мне Destiny напоминает. Destiny 2 там Вот прям один в один все снаряжение. Но вот только меня здесь раздражает то, что всего 2 ячейки есть. То есть вверх и низ. Вот это прям как Fallout 3. Зачем мы будем замораживаться отдельные там элементы брони делать, костюма? Он пусть полностью одевается. Было бы интереснее, если бы этот момент реализовали. На тебе обратно костюм. Неплохо защищает. О, у меня способности можно прокачать. Здоровяк. Ну, здоровяк. Применить. Так. Ладно, побежали. Блин. Что-то было. Фух, ладно, побежали дальше. Здесь что происходит?
You can see the whole world from here.
Да, не поспоришь. Чё посмотреть, что там? Лава. Да точно не стоит спрыгивать. Соскользнул. Поэтому сохранился, что знаю, что здесь ландшафт такой неоднозначный. Ладно. В баню эту лаву. Ого. Так, я понял. Лучше не прыгать. Я говорю, не прыгай. Да не прыгай ты. Ах, жестко. По-моему, я тут не был. Лагерь мародеров. Интересно. Мародеров я такого не вижу. Это не лагерь. интересно, почему мародеры кидаются на всех подряд без разбору? Как они вообще хоть коммуницируют, вот, между собой дружат, вот, подружились как-то вот они. Меня всегда интересовало, то есть, ну, не всегда, было ли мысли о том, как рейдеры между собой, например, кооперировались. Вот почему в Fallout 4 нельзя играть за наемников, за стрелков. Вообще там целая фракция есть, то есть, и она сделана по умолчанию агрессивная ко всем. Как они себе новобранцев набирают? Да? Ну, как бы, непонятно. То есть, условно говоря, вот так, если хорошо подумать, вот нереализованные моменты насчет костюмов. Было прикольно, вот в Fallout 4 подходишь в костюме рейдера к рейдерам, и они на тебя не нападают.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
Конечно, пойдем со мной. Я понимаю, почему сейчас. Никогда не была на таком.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right.
Вы правы, я была.
I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no.
Можете пойти с вами? Конечно,
And if
можно.
you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back. Yes! I mean, Captain. I can call you Captain.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Хорошо, понимаю.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
Так, регулятор мощности у меня.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Да, может, нет.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable. Our engine room is located behind you. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Хотели отсюда.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
То есть, понял, можем что-то для чего-то надо, ладно. Маркер. Тору, черный. Насчет не просто каким-то склон.
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the... None of us are leaving Halcyon.
Короче, корабль поврежден, нужно ремонтировать двигатель. А для того, чтобы отремонтировать двигатель, нужно приземлиться на местном спутнике. Для того, чтобы приземлиться на местном спутнике, тут без вариантов. Нужны инструкции для вот этого вот красной морды компьютера бортового. Так, если никто из нас не покинет, так. Ладно, тогда поговорю с тобой.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the cap.
Отлично. Мне мантию-невидимку дали. Это хорошая рука. Ладно.
And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to...
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination.
Так. Голографический плащ создает для вас напарника завесу, который позволяет попасть в закрытые зоны, если у вас карта с отличным удостоверением. Закрытые зоны доступны только для местных сотрудников страны, защищенной в болотном месте. Пропуск. Говорите с Глодис на первопроходца. Так.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Конечно, может сейчас отправиться в инженерную.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it. Did you want to talk about something else?
Ага.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Ты массовка.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses?
Так, Белкис.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltunican's gonna appreciate...
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself.
You must really want it trunching through your teeth.
Такое я не могу пропустить.
This ain't a show. Move along. Do what you want. I'm...
Whatever you heard? The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult me. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather
Что за рейнджер, Рица?
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
И тогда разрешили ваши разногласия как взрослый человек, да?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back-bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Hey.
О, отлично. Я капитан безнадежного. Блин, а я стримлю-то по Wi-Fi. Ёпарас, это оно там по качеству просирается. Бывай, Феррис.
See you around, boss.
See you around, boss. А, я чуть не совсем понял. Так ты...
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Ладно. Что мы попиздели, а что попиздели, непонятно.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udam's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if... Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like. You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of money. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us...
Короче, коллеги, первопроходцы...
Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat mine. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many... Sure thing. Be seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Красть мы ничего не будем. Будет тут, бля. Прикольно.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacers. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Have a look.
Так, биты, да? Угу. Продать. Я могу их продать ему. Гадость какую-нибудь. Всего 118. Энергетическая. Угу.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
Морпех. Морпех. Мне вот еще в какой-то степени напоминает Биошок. Эта игра. Ну, по стилистике, по своей. Все такие вот кислотные цвета, яркие. О, блок нашел. Остроглаз.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how I got a full line of weapon modification.
Нет, я пока не хочу. Сидеть.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled for the following story.
Толчок.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are Ford property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Station?
Oh,
Something about
real
being in
scary.
space gives me
You're
the
really
creeps.
gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming.
You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Шпрыщачий. Время в корабль.
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells, he tells me he will soon. I impound his ship, he explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. It's personal business, I'm afraid. I don't intend to be. It's just a matter of... Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's...
Подожди, а зачем Wells? Где Wells?
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly... Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out.
Так. Так, я думаю, сейчас не буду ничего прокачивать. Оно прям преднамеренно так хотят этого Уэллса сдать. Сейчас разбиться, наверное, можно. Так. Так. ладно. Немного отдохну. Информации так много в этой игре. И полностью продуманный мир. Он, конечно, сказочный, но он продуманный. По крайней мере, очень много разных деталей, которых неизвестно, блин. И так не додумать, и надо все это изучать. Ладно, пока перерыв. Все, потом с этого момента продолжим.